Hello, my name is Darshan and today I am going to explain about India's primary energy resources. There are different types of primary energy resources in India, namely coal, lignite, oil, natural gas, LPG, CNG and electrical energy. So let us come to the first one, which is coal. More than 50% in India energy demand is met by coal. Power generation alone accounts for about 70% of India's coal consumption, followed by heavy industry. As per as the International Energy Annual 2002, the coal consumption in India is projected to increase from 369 million tons in the year 2000 to 450 million tons by the year 2010. India is the world's third largest coal producer after China and the United States. Its current coal production stands around at 290 million tons per year. Presently, the major coal production is concentrated in 8 states, namely Andhra Pradesh, Bihar, Jharkhand, Madhya Pradesh, Maharashtra, Orissa, Uttar Pradesh, and West Bengal. Indian coal is typically of poor quality and such requires being beneficiated to improve the quality. At the beginning in the 2004, India's huge coal reserve were estimated at 84,396 million tons. This year almost 8.6% of the world's reserve and it may last about 230 years at the current reserve to produce. In contrast, the world's proven coal reserves are expected to last only for another 192 years at the concurrent RP ratio. Here you can see the sector-wise electricity consumption in India from the year 2006 to 2007. The industrial is of 40%, the traction is of 2%, the agriculture is of 18%, the mess is of 7%, domestic 24 and the commercial is 9%. The second one is lignite. Lignite is also India's primary energy resources. It is the second stage of transformation of wood into coal. India is also one of the largest producer of lignite in the world. The total lignite reserve identified in India are 36 million tons and those are about 85% are in Tamil Nadu. The presence of lignite deposits in the Neyveli region was first revealed during boring operations. The Government of India, with the service of Purdue Different Technical Services London, developed a project report for an integrated project to mine and utilize the lignite available in the region. In order to exploit the deposits of Tamil Nadu, Levine Lignite Corporation Limited was incorporated as a central PSU in the year 1956. Here you can see the fuel resources which are exempted in India. The coal is of 53%, renewable resources are of 8%, nuclear is of 3% and hydro 25, oil 1% and gas is of 11%. The below image shows the lignite found in Indian ores. The third one is oil. India is one of the top 10 oil using nations in the world and will soon overtake Korea as the third largest consumer of oil in Asia after China and Japan. Oil accounts for about 36% of India's total consumption. In sector wise, petroleum products consumption, transport sectors alone accounts for 42%, industry 24% and domestic as 24%. India's oil consumption has increased at very steep ratio from 3.5 mmt in 1950 to 1112 mmt in 2002 and is expected to reach 175 tm at 2006, and future oil consumption is expected to grow rapidly to 3.2 million barrels by day 2010, about 32 million tons by the end of 10 plant period. The domestic production is likely to rise marginally to 33.97 million tons. India's self-sufficiency in oil production has consistently declined from 60% in the 50s to the 30% currently. Same is expected to go down further by 8% by 2020. Currently, India imports 70% of its crude needs, mainly from Gulf nations. At the end of 2004, India spent more than 1,10,000 crore of oil impact alone. By the year 2020, around 19% of India's total oil demand has to be met by imports. Here, the India's heavily dependent on oil imports image has been attached. Natural gas. The fourth one is natural gas. Natural gas is a clean and environmental friendly and the most economical fuel in terms of delivered price energy compared to coal and other liquid hydrocarbons. Therefore, Indian consumption of natural gas has been raised in recent years, and today it accounts for about 8.9% of energy consumption in the country. In India, the current demand for natural gas about 96 million cubic meters per day as against availability of 67 MCMD by 2007, in which it is likely to rise at 103.08 MCMD. It is mainly based on the strength of more than doubling the production of private corporates to 38.25 MCMD. The natural gas reserves in India are estimated at 660 billion cubic meters. Through currently, natural gas accounts only for 8% of India's total commercial energy compared to the nearly 25% in developed world nations. The share of gas is bound to increase around 14%. LPG, liquefied natural gas. LPG is relatively a recent phenomenon. Natural gas react to the temperatures to liquefy it and liquid to transport cryogenic ships to the gas that occupies just about one hundredth of its gaseous volume, but receiving the end, the liquid has to be disgasified through the process of heating. Thus, LNG requires substantial infrastructure both at shipping point and destination, which adds to its cost. Petrol-net LNG, promoted by Consortium of Republic and oil companies, has set to India's first LNG terminal, which is held in Gujarat, an initial capacity of 5 million metric tons per annum (MMTPA), which amounts to MCMD. Shell Trans- Transnational Oil Major is the process of setting up an LPG terminal at Harza. In the year 2004 could well go down as the start of new era for the Indian petroleum sector. The first consignment of LNG, the alternative fuel of the gas, landed at Indian shores in 2004. The gas was sourced from Qatar Ras Gas, which Petronet has signed 25 years take or pay contract. The ratio of 60 is to 30 is to 10 respectively. During the year, Petronets supplied 10 MCMD LNG to consumers along the HBJ pipeline. The sixth one is electrical energy. As on March 2005 31, all the Indian electrical power generating installed capacity under utilities was 1 lakh 18,4 19 MW, consisting of 80,902 MW of thermal, which is 69 percentage, and hydro of 26 percentage, and nuclear of 2 percentage, and wind power of 3 percentage. During the year 2004 to 2005, the gross generation was 587.3 billion units. India is endowed with vast and viable hydro potential for the power generation, of which only 15% has been harnessed so far. The share of hydropower in the country's total generated units has steadily decreased and it presently stands at 25% as on May 31st, 2004. It is assessed that exploitable hydropower potential at 60% load factor of 84,000 MW. India currently has a peak demand shortage around 14%, energy deflect of 8.4%, keeping in this view to maintain GDP growth of 8% to 10%. The government of India has very proudly set a target of 2,15,804 MW power generation capacity by March 2012. So these are the different types of India's primary energy resources explanation video assignment. Thank you.